All right, summer's finally here. Purchased 2 different bags. I got the growth from Mackay and I got the wheat germ, and I mix those as time goes. But until the other bag comes in, I'll just have to wait to mix them and just go straight with the growth. I'd been using another product that somebody gave me the possible sponsor for 2 weeks while I got that in, so the fish will absolutely, hopefully love it, because it'll be so much better for them. It's a really, really good food. Really good growth, as you can see. I get the medium because I got a Tosai coming in. Don't exactly know which one. I know what I hope to get, but should come in quick. Fishy, 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 fishy. Fishy, fishy, let's go. This is much darker. As you can see, they're already swarming. And it begins. Oh. I have 2 feeders going. I keep them in buckets to keep raccoons from getting them. The other ones on the other side. Run about 10 times a day, roughly, you know. Feed what the feeder will max. It'll cut down as I get rid of some of them, but overall, they just really, really are doing great. Been debating maybe make a male pond above ground, and that way I can keep more. It's hard to get rid of them. You get so attached. But overall, they're doing good. Every weekend I come, I do a water change. I clean the top. I do not use a skimmer. I've seen too many fish lost to skimmers, and it's just easy enough for me to come in and clean that myself. Plus, it allows me to get closer to the fish. I'll actually go in and pick out some of it. If there's anything on the bottom, I'll stir it up and allow the pump to suck it out. And from there, I'll just take everything and pump it out the backflow of the pump. It'll get clean. So as long as the pond's this small, I do a 50% water change. When I get bigger, I'll do a smaller water change. But right now, the ponds fit roughly 15 by 8.5 and almost 9 feet. Deepest is 3 feet. Some, almost just under 6 inches, 2.5. But hope to take it past the waterfall. Take the tree down and make it 20 by 20 by 4 to 5 feet deep. Like I say, I'll limit it to probably 6, 7 fish, and I'll just keep the highest quality possible. And I'm gonna keep probably 5 or 6 of these. This one right here, Hiyashuri, that thing is growing so tremendous. It's probably 26 inches long, and it was 3 inches long last year when I got it at the end of May. It is a monster, and you can see it loves to eat. Of course, my showa, be keeping it for sure. Absolutely no way I'm letting my Sankey go. I mean, it was handpicked for Alex and Julie, and they, it's just a phenomenal fish. Although it is male, but it has a really, really good body. So it would go in the male pond. And this golden corn here, which has really grown well, it's just under the showa. It's getting a lot of yellow that's running down its back. The scales are just monstrous. It's built like a tank, which all these are. Smaller golden corn I thought might be male, but it is female. So, really, really good fish. And of course, you got to have one blackfish, and I got the Jinran. Shows up every now and then. It's easier to see. You can have blackfish in your pond. Really good look right here on that golden corn, the yellow one. Got a really beautiful head. It's starting to get yellow dots, as you can see down its body. So good fish. Two Tancho Showas. One's got a bigger spot, but the other one's a good body on the fish. The black is really coming out on the opposite side, so it'll balance it out. And I love the blue eyes on that one, so I'll be keeping that male. And I've got two female Tanchos, so going to have to make a decision there. And the smaller one has the better spot, but I think I'm just going to go with the big girl because she's just so personal. You know, not every fish should be or meant to be a show fish. Some of them are meant for just your enjoyment. Maybe the Kohaku I'm bringing in. Got two different groups I'm going to choose from. One of them's close, within a couple hours, and then one of them's more direct from a Japanese source. So, got to pick and choose when I'm going to go there. On a positive note, I got an invite for when I get my 6th dan in judo to come over and do it in Japan. So, I may have an inside source there is going to give me a hookup on a really high quality fish. I mean, you know, it'll be nice. They've trained with us in the past, and back when Bruno was real young, their kids came over for a week, and it's when I was just a young Shodan, first degree black belt, and I spent a lot of time with them, and we developed a relationship. And when Bruno was at the World Championships, the coach had a relationship with them, and you know, they told him that we were coming, and they actually gave me quite a few pointers and coaching tips, and worked with me since then, and really helped me grow as an instructor. I mean, you know, really appreciate that. The judo world is really, really cool. Wish the koi world was as cool as the judo world. I mean, the koi world is not the same. You know, judo can be, you know, really standoffish for some, but we've always had really, really good results from, you know, the foreign teams, Russia, France, of course, Japan, and it's really helped us. Australia has been a really good friend to us also, and so we really appreciate that. But today we're here to talk about koi. Just really having a hard time, and I've got it right to where I've had people want to buy fish and, you know, get into the negotiation process, and it fall through. Simply, a lot of it's probably my fault of just not wanting to get rid of the fish. You know, I've had good offers and probably should have accepted them. So, sometimes you have to grow up and you have to make tough decisions, you know, and apparently I'm just not ready to do that. You know, I'm on an acre lot, so I'm not going to be able to build too many damn ponds. Pardon the language, sorry about that. But I may get a male, and males are usually smaller, but I'm having really good hopes for the Seiki down here, which is a male. And hand-picked certification, really, really got a lot of hopes for it. It's going to be a good fish, so someday I may breed and give me a really high quality female and breed them. You know, a lot of times you breed, you're not breeding your two best fish, you're breeding fish for characteristics, you know. The sumi, the black, how it's placed, the actual red, you know, the colors of it, you know. The Venti, which is red, comes in several. You'll have orange fish, and yes, I do have an orange fish for those asking. I've said it many times before. This is where's it at? This is weekly, where if I can find it. The red and white, there it is, right on top. That's weekly. Ralph and Karen has always been really, really good to us, the softball coaches at the University of Tennessee. And Bruno graduating from Vanderbilt, for years I wouldn't let anything orange in, but I just like the little fish so much, it's been hard to get rid of it. So I named it Weekly, and He'll probably stay here. But everybody's happy with the food. It's going to be 85 this weekend, so the koi will absolutely love it. I'll do a good water change, keep them all happy. If you see anything on here that you think, hey, why don't you do this? Let me know. I'm not just posting trying to say, hey, these are my fish, look how great they are. If you see something that you say, hey, you need to do this better, let me know. Don't mean I'll do it, but I sure will consider it. Look at that. Really good. And there's the darkness, which I absolutely love this fish. It is not big enough for a female. And it's got that gin wren on it. Really cool fish. But it's just not going to be big enough for this pond. As you can see, golden corn here on the left, the hishuri, the tancho, and of course my showa, and right there, my showa, are all my big girls. My Yamabuki here, got it last year and it was really cool fish. Turns out to be male. So, don't know if I'll keep him or not, but if I keep a male pond, I definitely will. But as you can see, there's some that are just monstrous. All these fish are young, all these are babies. And then you're talking up to probably 65 cm now. When I brought them out, there was some that were 63. You can just see the difference in those golden corns. They're awesome. I had a real nice dark yellow one, and I know a lot of people like those, but I cut somebody gave me as much as I paid for all the smaller fish, not the big ones, for that one fish, so it was a good business move, and I really wasn't going to keep it that long anyway, being it was male. But who knows, someday I'll look back and regret it. But I have really high hopes for this big show. When I went up to Alex, he was talking about, what do you like and your preference. I told him body and size. I didn't care what color, didn't want it to be orange. He gets really red in the summer, but I wanted body and size, and I think he did me right. That thing's, like I say, there's several tanks in here, and that's most definitely one of them. Well, I hope you enjoy. We will keep things moving and keep everything as happy as possible in the pond. Y'all have a great weekend.